Commentaries. This is Sipon Sport. My name is Sipon Lovu. We are coming back again with the AFCON news. So our primary focus today is the Africa Cup of Nations. Everybody knows that the games are starting a day after tomorrow. That is Sunday, the 21st of December 2025. So it's going to kick out with Morocco. But we will check some couple of news, and also we will actually dwell a little bit more with the Angola, which we know that they are facing Bafana on Monday, I mean, and to actually see what we might actually come against on Monday, and see if we can fare well or we will struggle against Angola on Monday. So we will do that. But first, we'll check some news concerning the competition. But the first news that we're going to begin with, I think we'll do the Bafana thing versus Angola the last. But first, we'll do Benin striker Tawasin Ayegun backs a nation to go deep run at AFCON 2025. So we'll check that. The Ivory Coast star Sebastian Holler ruled out for AFCON with a hamstring injury. That's very, very bad. And also the Algerian headed AFCON setbacks as star midfielder Houssem Omar withdraws from the squad. I wonder what informs that decision. And also editors picks on AFCON heavyweight European clashes of Paul and the Joshua headline. Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul headlines over the weekend. So we will actually see the editors pick. Also on that, Bafana best 5 best wins in Africa Cup of Nations finals down the years. We'll also check that out. I think maybe let's start about the top 10 greatest Africa Cup of Nations games of all times. Now that's a very, very bold statement. After that, we'll check what history says about the host chances in Africa Cup of Nations opening match. Maybe let's begin with that and then go to top 10 greatest Africa Cup of Nations games of all time. So that's very, very interesting. I think that has to do with all the finals, maybe most of the finals that have been played with AFCON. But to say the top 10 greatest Africa Cup of Nations games of all time, I think that's very, very interesting. But first, we will check what history says about the hosts, which is Morocco, in terms of the chances in Africa Cup of Nations opening matches. Magda Kwiatkowskia, how are you doing? What's good? What's good? Welcome everybody. This is Nevertheless Commentaries. Johnny, what's good? I hope you have a good day. Sompilo, what's good? Welcome everybody. We are opening with what history says about the host chances in Africa Cup of Nations opening matches. That is Morocco. Chatam. I wonder what language is that, Magda Kwiatkowska. You sound like you're from Russia. If not Russia, I can't make any other place. Maybe Austria, Bosnia, Germany. Where are you from, Magda Kwiatkowska? I hope I'm pronouncing your name well. Hi, Jake van Rensbeck. What's good? What's good? I hope you're from South Africa. That sounds like a South African, Jake van Rensbeck. So today is about soccer. Yeah, it's about soccer. If not Russia, Poland. Thank you, Glenn Karaga. I think you are spot on. Probably also from Europe, since you are familiar with these kind of languages and names. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. So let's check what are the chances concerning Morocco on Sunday. That's the day after tomorrow. I think it's 48 hours. Just terms is Polski. Oh, Polski. You meant Polski, which is Poland with Polski. Please actually answer that. No, I hate soccer. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I'm so sorry, bro. But we have to check that out. I got injured. What were you doing? How were you injured? What were you doing? I'm sorry, we need to actually check out the AFCON. Those are the big news happening right now in Africa as far as sports is concerned. I think that's what actually everybody speak about. especially the sports channel like this one, at the X. They blasted the ball, bro. You went to the clinic to actually check that out? Okay. All about one of the 34 previous opening matches of the Africa Cup of Nations final have featured the host nations, and past results have heavily weighed in their favor. So as Morocco get ready to take on Comoros on Sunday in the opening Group A match in Rabat on Sunday, they will be full of confidence they can get a win with their star-studded squad, and history suggests they will. Love from India. Thank you, Hang Gaming. Okay, let me deal with the news. When I'm done with the news, then we can engage. So let me just get my thing going. Just when I'm done, then we start trading. But we can keep those comments coming. I will check each and every one of them and actually respond to them. So while the host nation has lost the Cup of Nations opener on a few occasions, there have been 3 times as many home wins as away victories. There have been a total of 18 wins by the host nations and 5 away victories, with the opening matches ending in a draws. One tournament opener was not played between the hosts. I wonder where was that? And those draws are including a turgid Nev Field encounter in 2013 when South Africa were held to a goalless draw by Cape Verde at Soccer City. That was very, very embarrassing, by the way. And we've come a long way as South Africans to where we are right now. I remember that after the 2010 World Cup, there was a deep and even deep in terms of our football. And that draw, I remember it was very, very embarrassing. The 5 away victories include Egypt in the very first tournament in 1957 when just 3 countries participated. It was almost 3 decades later before another shock away win, which came in Cairo 1986 when Senegal beat host Egypt with one goal to 0. The Pharaohs, however, went on to win a trophy, edging Cameroon on penalties in the final. That was actually a great comeback. Nigeria beat the host Senegal 2-1 in 1992. I remember 1992 Nigeria. Nigeria was the best footballing country or footballing nation in Africa. Because I started watching soccer in 1992, from 1992 to 2004. I think no one will mess with the Nigerians. The likes of JJ Okocha, Nwaku Kanu. I think those are the 2 players that I can remember right on the top of my head who were playing at that time. In 1992, Nigeria beat Senegal 2-1 in the opener, and 2 years later, Mali stunned Tunisia effectively, scattering home hopes and leaving the tournament where the absence of the home support was so pronounced that Tunisian authorities reported abused in soldiers to fill the stands. This was so embarrassing. Burkina Faso were also the last host to lose their opening game, going down to Cameroon in 1998. Although they exceeded the expectation by reaching the semi-finals, that was impressive also, after losing the opener and then went all the way to the semi-final. Algeria hold the record of the most convincing opener day triumph when they thrashed Nigeria 5-1 in 1990. That was before Nigerian glory days because they began in 1992 all the way at least 2004. The 2 sides met again in the final with Algeria edging Super Eagles by a single goal. Tunisia beat Ethiopia 4-0 in 1965. That's understandable. While Ivory Coast, when last host 40 years ago, opened their campaign with 3-0 over Togo. South Africa began their road to their 1996 triumph win with a 3-0 victory over Cameroon. Indomitable Lion, they were dominated on that day. So South Africa beat them with 3-0. And the most dramatic opening game came in 2010 when Angola led Mali 4-0 with 11 minutes remaining. Only Stephen Keshi's side to storm back and score 4 times to a 4-all draw. I think I remember that. Very, very embarrassing for the Angolans. Yeah, but that's the nature of the game. Anything can happen. As long as the game is still on and it hasn't ended, anything can happen. So you'd never say the game has actually ended just because the other team leads by so many goals. If you remember what happened with with the Angola in 2010, then you'd know that anything can happen. There's no way that with 11 minutes to go, you are losing 4-0. But 11 minutes later, the game ends in a 4-all draw. That was amazing. Let's check what's going on here. I enjoyed it. Okay, that's good. So, did we win against Egypt? Yes, we did. Lubis, Spike, Noska, Imachta, Kwaskoki, Polski. Let's hope Azam performs tomorrow. The J-Stroke, I think we'll also check that out. I think I will be streaming during that game, so we'll check out what happens with that gentleman, Baba Azam. Imachta Kiwoski, he says 103947. I don't even know what that means, bro. I don't even know what that means. My brother is sleeping. Okay. Say hi for me to your brother, Soso. Marcel. Okay, I do not understand the numbers that you put there, Marta Kowski. So right now I'm checking out the highlights of that game that ended with 4-all draw. After the Angolans have led with 4-0 for entire 81 minutes. It was very, very embarrassing for the Angolans. But on Monday, they are facing the South Africans. So we are yet to see, I think, a very, very thrilling match on that day. And I'm hoping our boys will do us proud. Now, the only edition in which the host nation did not play the opening match was in 1970 when Cameroon and the Ivory Coast was kicked off the 8-team tournament in Sudan, followed by the host beating neighbors Ethiopia in the second game of the opening doubleheader. So AFCON opening matches. 1957 Sudan 1, 2 Egypt. 1959 Egypt 4, 0 Ethiopia. 1962 Ethiopia 4, 2 Tunisia. Ghana in 1963 1 Tunisia. In 1965 Tunisia 4, Ethiopia 4. So that's the history. But the recent history, talking about probably from 2015. 2013 it was South Africa and Cape Verde with 0-all draw. Equatorial Guinea 1-all draw with Congo in 2015. 2017 1-1 Gabon and Guinea-Bissau. 2019 Egypt 1-0 Zimbabwe. Cameroon 2 Burkina Faso 1. On 2023 Ivory Coast 2 Guinea 0. So you wonder what's going to happen on the opening game of Comoros Morocco versus Comoros. So we are yet to see how that will play out. Lily, what's good, Lily? Welcome back, Lily. I hope you've had a great day. It's Friday today. I think we will relax a bit after I'm finished with the set of news that I have here. So Ivory Coast star Sebastian Holler ruled out of AFCON with a hamstring injury. So that's very, very bad. That's very, very bad. I hope that wouldn't affect the plans that the Ivorians have as far as the AFCON is concerned. But Sebastian Holler has ruled out of the AFCON with the hamstring injury. It's very, very bad because Mfanas Mindlos, what's good? It's Friday. Friday, you gotta get fries on Friday. Yo, Lily, you're trying to gain some weight. I think Baba Azar just need to calm down a bit because he's still as good as before, but he just needs to regain his focus. I think we'll check him. What time is the game played tomorrow? I think we'll check that out together. But also, I'm playing a game with Iris Soso. I don't know who else will join us in playing Roblox. I think from 12, probably for 2 hours, from 12 to 2. I think we'll play Roblox. I don't know who's actually will join us on that. Friday, you're gonna get fries on Friday. It's a song. Oh, I didn't know it's a song. I was so confused that you're trying to gain some fat or some weight. Since you speak about fries, hey, did you research about the Messi incident in Egypt? I did, bro, but there's nothing written on the website that I've checked. But thank you for actually giving us updates yesterday. I think it really, really helped us to actually get the clue of what really, really happened there. It's a blessing to have you here because actually you made us aware of that incident. So yeah, do you like Nando's chicken? Yeah, I do. I love grilled chicken. Nando's, Barcelos, Petros. Who else does grilled chicken? I'm not a fan of honchos though. Spice. What spice do you get? It got to be mild. It got to be mild. It doesn't have to be hot. Probably salt and pepper. Simple. What are you cooking? Today I'm not cooking, bro. Today I'm not cooking. I'm drinking this 1.5 liters of water. I will see about tomorrow what I'm going to eat. Today I'm not cooking. We just gonna have a chat until we all want to go to sleep. I heard that South Africa's most famous dish is banichao. Yeah, in Indian communities, banichao is a famous dish on Indian communities. Yeah, that's correct. If you go to places like in Durban, Chatsworth, also in Pietermaritzburg, probably in North Dale, and some of the most Indian populated communities in South Africa, banichao is very, very famous, and you'd want to try it if you go to the Indians communities. Yeah, that's correct. You're actually spot on that, Johnny. 1.5 liters. Yes, 1.5 liters. Johnny, it's 1.5, bro. Can you see it? So today we are fasting. It's all about water. There's a game actually that's playing. Al Ali is playing. The Egyptian Al Ali is playing. I don't know if I want to check it out. Okay. The other topics that probably I should have covered is everything you need to know about Africa Cup of Nations in 2025 Morocco, but I don't think that's very, very interesting. SA lost again. India today. Oh, that's terrible. I didn't watch the game. Lost. How it all played out? How did they lost? All you need. Okay, I've said that. Now the Benin striker Tosin Ayegam backs the nation to go deep. Run at AFCON 2025. So, and also Algeria handed AFCON setback as Tamil Levida Hossein Orad withdraws from the squad. Why was he withdrawn from the squad? Or why did he withdraw from the squad? But Quintin de Kock played superbly well. Oh, that's actually good to hear. Who else watched that game? Quintin de Kock played very, very well. Oh, that's good. That's very, very impressive. I think there's hope of that. They can come back from that. So I see most of you all love cricket. I have a lot of cricket fans here. People who actually are about cricket. So that's very, very impressive. That's not my favorite sport, but I'll get used to it. Okay, he was injured on training on Thursday. Oh, that's bad. An Algerian Football Federation statement said that and will be replaced for the tournament in Morocco by Himad Abdelli from the French club Angers. No details have been given for the injury. Owa, who won a cap for France before switching his international allegiance to Algeria, played at the last AFCON in Ivory Coast 2 years ago, where Algeria was shocked early casualties. Also, in Morocco, Algeria competed in Group E, starting against Sudan in Rabat on Wednesday before playing Burkina Faso and Equatorial Guinea. Okay, we heard that he was injured. That's why he's not making the team, or that's why he's actually withdrawing from the team. I think injuries are very, very bad because everybody actually want to participate in this competition and want to show the talent. So when injuries comes literally a couple of days before the tournament begins, I think it's very, very saddening. I've never been in that situation before, but I think I don't wish anybody to actually be on that kind of situation. Now we move on to Bafana Bafana's best wins in the Africa Cup of Nations finals down the years. Only 5 best wins. And when we beat Egypt, that should be there 2 times, back to back. Bafana kick off their 2025 Africa Cup of Nations Group B campaign on Monday against Angola in Marrakech, and will be fully of confidence that they can make a deep run into the competition as ever. It will require skill, a mental fortitude, and a large slice of luck. But recent forms give rise for optimism, as they feature in the 12th times as the Continental Championship, having won the title once in 1996. We look back at their 5 best matches at the Africa Cup of Nations. South Africa beat Ghana 3-0. This was 31 January 1996. Africa Cup of Nations semi-final, beat Ghana with 3-1. You can talk about the opening of 3-0 over Cameroon at the final against Tunisia, or even 2-1 quarter-final success against Algeria. But perhaps Bafana's key victory on their way to the 1996 Cup of Nations crown came in a triumph of 3-0 over the much-fancied Ghana in the semi-finals. Bafana had built up a head stream to that point, but came up against a potent Black Star side and were arguably underdogs, even if they were the hosts, led by the irrepressible John Shoes Mushwewu. I don't know if you all saw Shoes Mushwewu or John Shoes Mushwewu while he was still playing. He was a Kaizer Chiefs player, Kaizer Chiefs midfielder, and he was very, very brilliant. As they say, he was impressible. They are right about that. You couldn't press Shoes Mushwewu. How is game going? Game going? Yeah, tomorrow we are playing Lily at 12 noon. I think for 2 hours we'll be playing. So that actually has been sorted out. Tomorrow, just check before 12. Just check at @sipo_n_sport. I think you'll find me. Bafana, okay. Led by irrepressible Shoes Mushwewu, they swept aside their rivals as the midfielder scored a brace and showed patterns just after halftime. It was one of their most accomplished performances in any competition, and the final result against Tunisia after that was never in doubt. Morocco won 2, South Africa won. 22 February 1998, African Cup of Nations quarterfinal. Morocco had topped their group and were led by the talisman Mustafa Hadji, who would go on to be crowned the footballer or African footballer of the year in 1998. Bafana only managed second place in their pool and had flattered to deceive so far. Their big 4-1 victory over Namibia or Namibian side. Today was my farewell day as my school life came to an end, to the end of the chapter. Oh, that's good. That's great, Johnny. That's great. What grade were you doing again? What grade were you doing again? So, but they came through this tough quarterfinal in Ouagadougou, showing the kind of spirit that would take them to the second successive final tournament. Top scorer Penny McCarthy gave them the lead before Said Chiba equalized for Morocco. Extra time look on the cards before left back David Nyati scored his one and only international goal 11 minutes before the end to send his side through. Ghana 0-1, South Africa 1, 6 February 2010. Not 2000. South Africa Cup of Nations, African Cup of Nations quarterfinals facing the host at the Cup of Nations. It is never easy. Oh, welcome back, Soso. Makentira, what's good, bro? What's good? Welcome back. I'm glad to see you again today. And Ghana were out for revenge following the 1996 loss, but Bafana Bafana put that emotion aside, and in front of 40,000 fervent home fans in Kumasi, dumped the Black Stars out of the competition. They were co-hosting with Nigeria. Siyabonga Nomvete's goal at 3 minutes before the halftime proved decisive for Bafana Bafana, weathered a storm from Ghana to advance to the third successive Cup of Nations Cup semi-final. In 2019, South Africa beat Egypt 1-0. Host Egypt were full of expectation that they would actually go all the way to the 2019 finals, led by Mohamed Salah, and a star-studded lineup that had been beaten in the final 2 years earlier. By contrast, South Africa had limped through the pool stage, finishing with the worst record of the 16 teams that advanced to the knockout phase, having lost 2 group games. This should have been a routine win for Egyptians, but Bafana Bafana found a stubborn edge and kept them at bay before Temengosi Nyosolo netted the winner on the 85th minute following a swift breakthrough to silence the crowd. The result sent shockwaves through the Egyptian football, and while they reached the final again in 2021, they lost on penalties to Senegal. Hi, 6-7. Soccer, can you interpret on who is the best? Messi, Ronaldo, and Pele. Messi, Ronaldo, and Pele. Which Ronaldo you're talking about? Ronaldo Nazario or Ronaldo CR7? Paco, you have a good question. I'm good, Mercantile, I'm good. How is you? So please specify which Ronaldo, Paco. Ronaldo Nazario, the one from Brazil, number 9, the original one, or the CR7? And Pele. Okay, when it comes to Pele, Pele is a legend. I think he's got most goals in the World Cup. If my information serves me well, my memory serves me well. But that was a different era, so we can't really compare him. Probably we can compare Pele with Maradona from Argentina. Probably those two can be comparable because I think they are from the same era. But when we speak about an era from 2000 to 2025, that 25-year era, I think Messi and Ronaldo have been dominant over the years, and Ronaldo proved to be a lethal goal scorer over the years, but the Messi geniusness cannot be ignored, and he's a magician. So I think it's a matter of favoritism when it comes to those two, Messi and Ronaldo. But apparently Pele's statistics match up. No, they don't. Ronaldo is unmatched, bro. He's unmatched. No one is touching him in terms of scoring, in terms of scoring goals. But we cannot compare them because they're from different eras. But when it comes to Ronaldo and Messi, now maybe that's where can be a comparison. But also that also depends. No way, I called him but it also boils down to favoritism. I think Messi is a magician. When it comes to dribbling, creating spaces, playing in between the lines, I think he is unmatched. He can create space where there's no space. He has long and short range passes. He also can score goals. He's a dribbling wizard. I think he's the most complete player I think I've ever watched, probably after Ronaldinho. Then Ronaldo, on the other hand, earlier he used to be that skillful winger Ronaldo at Manchester United, but later on in his career they shifted him centrally as a striker. Then we found a different Ronaldo who brought in a different dynamic in his game as a lethal number 9. So not much in terms of dribbling, but a goal-scoring machine. So when we speak about strikers, I think Ronaldo is the most complete striker I've ever seen in my entire life. Ronaldinho, yeah, that's a legend from Brazil. No one is touching Ronaldinho when it comes to skill. I think if we can rate the players I've seen who are skillful, maybe 10 of them, it should be Ronaldinho, Messi, JJ Okocha from Nigeria, Neymar. That's 4, I think. John Shoes Mushwewu, Dr. Kumalo, Jomo Sono, Rele Mufokeng, Sipho Mbule, Fundo Vilagaz. That is my 10 that I've ever seen who are skillful. But the top 4 should be Ronaldinho, Messi, Neymar, and JJ Okocha. Okay, 30 January 2024, star-studded Morocco reached the World Cup semi-final with a little over a year earlier and eased to a victory in their group, while South Africa had recovered from a 2-0 loss to Mali in their opener. The Moroccans were heavy favorites against the Hugo Bulls side, but this Bafana team had a steely edge and refused to be intimidated. They took the lead through Evidence Mahopa. I remember that goal, before Achraf Hakimi was given a chance to equalize from a penalty, only to blaze his effort over the bar. In the dying stages, Sofiane Amrabat received a red card, and Debo Khomkwena's superb free kick sealed what can be classified as one of the Bafana's best ever wins. And they went on to finish the third on the tournament. That was 2 years ago. That's why today I'm confident enough to say Bafana is the best national team in Africa currently, because on last AFCON, who are actually known to be the favorites in Africa, Morocco, we beat them with 2-0. And if we play again in this tournament, we are still going to beat them. So I think they are the favorites in the Moroccans. They are good, but I think we can edge over them. Okay, that's it. That's it for today. For today's news. Yeah, I think I've covered everything that I wanted to cover today. So now it's a chat time. Now it's a chat time. It's chit-chatting. It's chit-chatting. That was it for today. Choose Virat Kohli or Baba Azam. Baba Azam, bro. All day. Virat Kohli is good, but Baba Azam, bro, all day. And who do you prefer? Who's your favorite between those two, bro? Virat Kohli or Baba Azam, who's your favorite? Baba Azam all day long. Well, bro, that makes 2 of us. That makes 2 of us. But Virat is good though. We can't actually downplay him. We can't downplay him. Actually, there's news about Virat Kohli today. Rishabh Pant to lead the daily Virat Kohli. Hashit, where are you going? Okay, get out. That's not about you. Okay, Virat Kohli. Who else is here? What's going on? You are not invited here. Get out. Okay, India's Test vice captain Rishabh Pant has been named the captain of the Delhi team, with a stalwart Virat Kohli also said to be available for a couple of games in the upcoming national one-day champions for the Vijay Haraz Trophy. India's Test Vice Captain Rashid, I've said that already. Apart from Pant and Kohli, even a pacer, Hashid Rana, veterans Ishan Sharma and Navdeep Sain have also been expressed their willingness to play in the tournament. The DDCA, however, didn't put the names of Pant, Kohli, and Rana in the 16-member list, as they won't be available for the entire tournament and are likely to play 2 to 3 games before the New Zealand ODI series starting January 11, 2026. I wonder what's the reason these 3 are missing out. However, it is not clear which 2 games Kohli and Pant will be available for. Now, I think your expectations are spoiled already. If you notice, I have Baba Azam on my profile picture too. Let me check that out. These guys love cricket. You guys, you gentlemen, love cricket so much. So, Ayush Badoni has been named vice captain and will take over once Pant leaves for national duties as the second wicket keeper of the ODI. Regular squad, what is that now? Regular squad, Ayush Badoni, vice captain, Apit Rana, Yash Dal, Sathak Ranjan, Prinyash Arya, Sevashni Singh, Tahiya Nitish Rana, Phrenik Shukin, Harsh Tyagi, Simajit Singh, Prince Yadav, Dijit Mehra, Ayash Doseja, Vaibach Kenpal, Rohan Rana, and Anash Kawat. Additional players is Virat Kohli, Rishabh Pant, Navdeep Saidi, and Hashid Rana Ishtan Sharma. Except for the headlines, the story has not been edited by the NDBT staff, is published from the syndicate feed. Okay, probably that still can change. I think Ayush Badoni is talented, but he's too young to be named captain. He should focus on his own performance for now. In his recent performances, how has he done? In recent performances, probably he has some leadership skills as a person. Maybe that's why they are naming him a vice captain. Probably has some leadership qualities, I presume. But we will see what will transpire, I think, coming 2026. So what's going on, bro? Why are you ahing? I haven't been able to come up with any poetry lately. Okay, it's good. I'm hoping that you will find your stillness soon, because you've said that if you get some stillness or quietness, that's when actually magic comes. I'm hoping that soon you actually will have that. And then once you've had that, I think something good will come out of that. So, yeah, we'll wait, bro. We'll wait. We'll be patient. We'll be patient with you, because we know you can put it off. Okay, India beat South Africa. India beat South Africa by 30 runs. India beat South Africa by 30 runs. Let's see about that. Actually, shame to Donovan Fakhira. Yo, a duck. Okay, I think maybe I wonder. I think the only person who had a decent run here is Quinton de Kock. The rest, Reza Hendricks, not so good. Beval Brevis, not so good. David Miller, not so good. Aiden McCrum, poor performance. David Ferrier, bad luck, totally bad luck. George Linde, not impressive. Marco Jensen, not good at all. Corbin Bosch, not out, and Lungingidi not out. So Quinton de Kock is the only player that actually had a decent run. Not very good, but decent. 3 sixes and 9 fours. 3 sixes and 9 fours. How many runs is that? 3 sixes, 6, 12, 18 plus 4 fours. That's almost 40 runs. At 36 runs plus 18, that's 65 runs, I think. Extreme buff. It was always going to be tough to chase 231 runs. Yeah, that's correct, Johnny. But I think they could have done better. In terms of fielding, they should have done better to actually avoid that actually kind of score. But since actually they failed to actually to do that, maybe they were hoping that when they bet, something might happen. But the performances are not so good. Not so good, but top batsmen were Tilak Varma and Hardik Pandya. Tilak Varma had 10 fours, 1 6. Pandya 5 fours and 5 sixes. Yo, that's top bowlers. Nada. Top batsmen in South Africa, Quinton de Kock and Deval Beveridge. 9 fours, 3 sixes. I think the overall best player in this game was Quinton de Kock, though South Africa lost the game. They leaked too many runs in the middle of overs while bowling and lost wickets in quick successions while batting. That's why they lost. Yeah, you could say this again, Johnny. Can we talk about hockey? Okay, this is a sport channel, this is a sport channel. So if you love hockey, then we can talk about hockey, but you have to actually teach me the ropes about hockey, because I have no idea what's going on with hockey. I know that they have these betty things that they played with, but if you can actually give us a lowdown on what happens in the game of hockey, we can actually include it in our daily news, basically. And actually, I play hockey at school. Do you think you can make a national squad in hockey? South African national team in hockey. Do you think you can make the team? How good are you, Soso? Right then, that is the game from this long and hotly contested tour. It all started in Kolkata with a test series, which South Africa won 2 2-0, and then a very close fought ODI, one-day international series, was snatched by India in its deciding third game. We then had 5 T20s as well. One of them was Abaddon, Shooty, Fork, and eventually India went to win 3-1. This also marked the end of the international cricketing action for both these teams in 2025. The South African players will not head home to participate in the SA20, which begins on the Boxing Day, on the 26th December, that is, whereas Indians will enjoy a break during Christmas and the New Year before welcoming New Zealand for a white ball series. We hope that you enjoyed our coverage. Until the next time, take care. Goodbye. The captain of India, Suyakuma Yadav, says that the team played the brand of cricket that they wanted throughout the series, adding that this was the approach they had discussed coming into it. He explained that the plan with the ball was to use one over as Jasprit Bumrah in the power play, then bring him back after the breaks, and again in the death. So Suyakuma admits the team was challenged at times, but feels this game is about how you bounce back. So he described it as good, challenging series, and says the team did everything they could. On a personal note, he concluded he couldn't find his form, but vows to come back stronger. Okay, we'll see about that. But I'm sure SA will perform in the upcoming World Cup because their team combination is very, very solid, and their day they can absolutely smash any side. You are correct about that, and also I'm hoping that's gonna happen. But hearing that they won't be playing during this festive season in SA20, probably that might prove problematic going to the 2026 championship. I'm not sure, but they are professionals. They know why they're actually taking a break. So we'll see what happens coming 2026. Admittedly, I was in the team, but the B team, so I wanted to learn more. Oh, that's impressive, but I had skill, but I'm not fit, so that is why I am in B team. If you're not fit, train, bro. You need to train. No, we were talking about cricket, not soccer. We were talking about cricket. So I think we have a lot of people here who actually loves and enjoy cricket. So it's a must that we actually add it to the list since this is a sports channel, because I personally love football, but you all love variety of games. So since we spend most of our time together at night, so we need to actually touch on all type of games that you enjoy and love. So cricket is one of those games that people on this channel love, so we definitely have to talk about it. And also football. I love football personally. I also love boxing, so I wanted to check some fights. I wanted to speak about actually the Anthony Joshua Jake Paul fight. I think this game is happening over the weekend. Why did I forget about that boxing? How? I'm grade 6. How will I train, bro? Being in grade 6 so is not an excuse, bro. Being a grade 6er is not an excuse, bro. Make time and train. In the afternoon after school, train. On weekends, take at least an hour or two, train. But being in grade 6 is not an excuse, bro. You better train. If you want to make the A team, you better train. And you can't just make an A team at school. You need to go and play for your region and also play for the country. Because you're already in the sport, train and be the best at it. You need to train. So I'm not going to hold you on that. You really need to train. Push-ups are hard, bro. I can only do push-ups. But you can actually do roadworks, some squat in your yard. You can run around your yard, do some sprinting, and then push-ups and sit-ups, and then practice with your ball, because it's very, very important to actually harness your skill, so that come the games day you are ready. So yeah, you better find time and be creative in terms of actually training. You got to train if you're an athlete. I'll talk also about boxing. So I've lost kg. I'm kind of fat. I'm 40 kg. Well, if you train, the fat will go away. Train. That's all you need to do. Train. Start training and continue training. The reason you say you're fat is because you're not training as much. It's pound in terms in if you're in America they use pounds, but here in South Africa we use kilograms. So Janet, what's good, Janet? I think it's for the first time I see you here. Welcome to the channel. We appreciate having you here. Please consider subscribing. We deal with sport here, basically primary sport, football, cricket, because some gentlemen love cricket here, and also boxing. So Mpilo has also suggested hockey. So we try and learn about hockey as well, and we'll add it into our bulletin. But thank you for being with us. We welcome you. My hands are thin and my legs, but my stomach is way larger. That's no excuse, bro. That's no excuse. If you want to be an athlete, you got to train. You got to train if you're an athlete. There's no excuse. But if you want to be the best, or if you want to be the best, you got to train. Okay, I've lost my... I thought I'd pinned that, but I can't see it. Oh, here we go. Paktin Partipan, what's good, Partipan? Where are you joining us from? Partipan. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correct. Partipan 2530. Welcome to the channel. My name is Siboldovu, Sipo on Sport. This is Nevertheless Commentary, so we deal about sport. Oh, you're from India. How did you feel when India beat South Africa today in cricket? How did you feel? The overall reaction to actually that win? What does it mean to you? Yes, you are correct, Partipan. You can call me Party. Okay, Party. The game, how did you feel about the game, South Africa versus India? You guys only 30 runs. I think it was a joyous day in India for those who actually loves cricket, maybe for the entire nation of India. I think I need to visit India one day in the future. If I'm still alive, God willing, I will go there. South African people are always good. Thank you for the compliment. Yeah, we full of love in South Africa, bro. We are full of love. We've been through a lot as a country. But yeah, bro, we are loving people. No, don't visit India. It's not safe. What's going on, bro? What's going on in India? I had no idea about... except the fog. Yeah, that deadly fog or that deadly smoke. Except for that, what else is dangerous in India? One of my friends, he is in South Africa. He is good. His name is Jack. Do you know whereabouts in South Africa, bro? Part of the band. Do you know whereabouts in South Africa? Okay, there's a fight of Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. That's coming soon. Do you know where he's about in South Africa? Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua will bring another year of seismic shift in boxing to an end in Miami on Friday night. In a mismatch, it illustrates how much the sport has changed. With the online fame now almost as important as punching power. Why are you ignoring me? What did you say, Soso? What exercises should I do? You should run inside your yard. You should do sit-ups. You should do jumping jacks and some push-ups. That will help you, bro, lose those belly fat that you were talking about. Since you're an athlete, you really, really want to actually run because you need to be agile. As an athlete, you need to be agile, you need to be fast, you need to be strong. So you need to actually do those exercises. Those are free exercises. You don't need to pay nobody, no money. You don't need to buy no equipment. You just run around your yard, do some sit-ups, some squats, and some jumping jacks. That's it. Within 2 weeks, you will see the difference. You are an athlete, you need to train. How many per day? You can't put a number on it because on the beginning, you are not as strong. Start slow and then gradually extend, add and add and add. But you should actually start slow and gradually as you gain fitness, then you will see that, okay, I can do more and add and add and add on it. By the time the school opens in January, you will be fit and be ready to join the first team, bro. Indian people are really good, but okay, I'm waiting for but. Lots of political issues based from religion, caste issue, that is worst part. People is a word. I think there's a typo there, so. Okay, I understand your point, participant. Actually, the religious things are always will always be at the top when it comes to conflicts within the nations or within a nation, because religions have to do with belief system, and belief systems are personal to people. So they do not want their religion or their belief system to be looked down upon or frowned upon, because everybody, there's this problematic thing when it comes to religion, because everybody thinks their belief system or their religion is superior than the other. That's the problem. Now, when we can remove this idea or the ideology of thinking that your religion is superior than the other, and actually engage on a human level when it comes to religion, by understanding the other side, I think you can actually have a great dialogue when it comes to these issues of religion. But if you watch these debates, people are always want to fight. These debates are so robust that at the end of the day, nothing good comes out of it but anger, futile, and vengefulness. So I think it will take us to grow and be mature enough to actually be able to listen, because sometimes the problem is listening. So if someone is making a point, it don't matter how much you disagree with that point that he's doing. You're tired, okay, you should rest, so sometimes it doesn't matter how unimportant the point the other person is making to you, or how irrelevant it is to you. But for the sake of peace and a healthy dialogue, you need to be able to listen and actually try and actually be on their shoes to understand their point of view. And sometimes you really need to actually study their belief system and their religion to actually understand why they think the way they think, and how they actually are going to handle most of the things. But the lack of understanding between religions, I think that's the problem. But I don't think we should fight. How many of them in your family are you single? How many of them in your family are you single? It's me, my wife. We are not married yet, but we're about to earn our son. So it's 3 of us. I'm not counting my siblings and my grandparents and the extended family. I'm not counting that, but it's me, the mother of my son and our son. So it's 3 of us. It's a small family. I'm his son. I think if you said you are in grade 6, yeah, you are young enough to be actually a son. So probably you are not correct. You are not that wrong at that. Started biologically, it's otherwise. Although my name is John, not Johnny, John, but I still love when you call me that, Johnny. Okay, John, are you from a Christian background? Are you from a Christian background? Great, great having a son, his age. Great, having a son, his age is 3 months. Oh, you have a son also, participant, 3 months old. That's the best feeling. That's the best feeling ever. That's the best feeling ever. So it's unexplainable, but holding your child, I think we always speak about love and try to express it in words, but when you are holding your child, you actually feel love. That's why you actually feel the feeling of love. You can actually only feel at that moment holding your child. So it's the best feeling ever. I can't really explain it, but I think that's the great expression of love. Met her today. Oh, I see. If you say you are not Johnny, you are John. Right then and then I knew you're from a Christian background. I have a girlfriend. She's in grade 1. No, bro. I think you should stop that, bro. You can't have a girlfriend that is in grade 1. So you can't really do that, bro. Oh, that's Polos. Mintos, what's good, bro? What's good? Ngipakaniya baba, ngipakaniya. Amabhakambhaka amnyama agibula umhlaba wamasipala mfowethu, ngiwona mfowethu. Wena uyilaba wena noma ilaba? Uyibaba? Laba noma laba? Good night, friend. Love you too, Makantila. Good night, bro. Have a nice one. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow at 12 during the day will be streaming at the time. Yo, chill. It's a prank, bro. Yeah, bro, I was very, actually, I was, how should I explain this? I'm glad it's a prank. Let me say that. No, Sipo, I'm a Muslim, not Christian. Neither I have any Christian background. Oh, I saw you say yes. I thought you were answering the question that, are you from the Christian background? I see the name John because sometimes if most people who are from, if they are not white, and if they are not white and are named John, in most cases, they're from the Christian background. Okay, I'm sorry for that. You said you are from Muslim Quran. Have you finished the Quran, bro? Have you finished the Quran? John, chill, bro. Chill. Okay, I'm chilling. Bro will be disappointed at me. Yeah, I would have been very disappointed at you, bro. Actually, I was until you said this was a prank. Okay, now I'm back again. Okay, usually about 10 boxing ball. Yes, people, I have studied the whole Quran. You went to Muslim school also? Muslim-based school, or it was a general public school or a private school? Or it was strictly a Muslim-based school where you actually studied Quran? I want to actually understand the extent of your study in Quran. Was it your doing at home or through school? That's what actually I wanted to ask. What will you do if it was true? It's just that I don't know where your home is. But I will find you and actually speak to your parents about it. If I knew where your home is, I will come to your home and actually speak to your parents about it. And it has to be, and it would have been addressed right there and then, because it's unacceptable, bro. What should you do if, okay, I've read that already. So Jake Paul, who is stepping from the cruiserweight, taking in on the form of heavyweight champ, seeking to burnish his reputation against the 36-year-old Britain, who was knocked down 4 times as he lost his most recent fight, IBF heavyweight title with Daniel Dubois, September 2024. You know, it's boxing. Boxing's skill, boxing on the outside. He's obviously going to come forward, bring the pressure, be the bigger man, and it's just being slick. Flow like a butterfly, acting like a bee, Paul said. Oh, that's very, very bold for Jake Paul. Challenging former boxer, great Muhammad Ali. Damn, you'll snitch. Bro, that's not snitching, that's parenting. That's not snitching, that is parenting. But a great one, I understand, bro. Yeah, that's not, it's better because you understand. But it's not snitching, it's parenting. No, Sipo, there's no such thing as Muslim school in Pakistan. Pakistan schools are open for every religion. It's just that they replace Islamic subjects with their specific religion subjects. Okay, I get it, John. I get it. Because here in South Africa, we have schools that are specifically Muslim school where they teach Quran and other subjects, but I think most Islamic or Muslim children go to these Islamic schools. That's why I was asking about that. So probably it's South Africa, so you are from Pakistan, and the dynamics are different. And actually, the hierarchy of how things are happening is very, very different. Since I think you guys are an Islamic country, if I'm not mistaken, for pure Islamic education, children go to madrasa. That's a place where children only study Quran. Okay, I understand, bro. I think madrasa is temple in Hindu, and probably will be a synagogue in Jewish religion, what we call church in Christianity. I think that's what you mean about the madrasa. So Jake Paul decided to actually quote the great Muhammad Ali. I don't think he can actually be about that come the fight. You 6'7". Yeah, 6'7". Okay, I get you. Okay, it's also, it's basically an Islamic school. Okay, I get it. Never mind. Okay, thank you for clarity, bro. Thank you for clarity. We've been here for an hour already, and I've exhausted everything that I wanted to talk about. While Ali took a few odd but lucrative engagements in his time, such as a mixed rules fight with professional wrestler Antonio Inoki in 1976, he would hardly recognize boxing new world, even if money is still the main motivator. Let's hear from the horse's mouth. Jake Paul. Then why is he quiet? Your drawing looks a bit bad, bro. Have you posted it? Have you posted it? Good night, John. Good night, Johnny. We'll see you tomorrow. Since you said you don't mind me calling you Johnny, then it's gonna be Johnny, bro. See you tomorrow, bro. If you are available, I think we'll be live at 12 during the day. Probably from your side, Pakistan, it's gonna be the same time. I think we're probably ahead of you with a minute or two. But good night, bro. I think after this Jake Paul talk, I would have to go. But it's not playing. I don't know why. It's not. The sound is not. The audio actually is not available. The audio is not available. I was hoping that you'd hear that. Okay, I think I'd have to go. It's 9 o'clock. No, it's not 9 o'clock. It's actually 9:37. That's 23 minutes before 10 at night. Okay, I haven't had much time to relax throughout the course of the week because I've been very, very busy throughout the week. Probably, I think I'd take this time and actually sleep at 10. And probably I'll be up at 5 in the morning and then begin my day. So good night, everyone. Thank you for being with us. We love you too much. We'll see you again. So we're playing tomorrow the Roblox. Check out Sipo N, Sipo N Sport at Sipo_N_Sport. Probably tomorrow, or you wait for my stream tomorrow at 12, and then I will actually give you my username. Good night. We love you all. God bless you.